Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As always, my name is LL, and today I'm going to be talking about this dApp on Binance Smart Chain called Position Exchange. This was requested by a couple of my viewers, and I took a look into it, and I also invested, and now I'm going to be sharing my thoughts about it. And this is something that I would consider as a high-risk investment. So basically, the way that their vaults work, that you can basically deposit BUSD and Binance coin and get a very, very high yield on those, but there's also risk involved. And they have their own NFT system, governance, and trade on-chain derivatives. There's also an audit done by Certi, which is a big auditing company in the crypto space, which have done audits on Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, and all other AVM chains in the past. So that puts a bit of a trust into the actual contract, obviously, but that doesn't mean that there's no expectation vectors into the contract. Those can always happen, even if there are audits done. But let's kind of, run down a bit of the ecosystem here. So first of all, their trading interface is currently on beta. You can access it without a testing code. There is inbuilt swap here, so in case you want to just directly get your BNB or BUSD swapped into POSI, which is their own native token. And by the way, I didn't buy POSI myself. I just got very little from an airdrop, so that's how most people are probably familiar with. If you go into your Binance Smart Chain account, you might have this airdrop, which is basically worth nothing, and it's just a good marketing trick for many projects out there. And so basically, let's get into the vaults. And this is where basically the money is made. So as you can see, there is this crazy APY on these investments. And here it basically shows you the ROI on how long you basically are going to be compounding your money. So the longer this stays on the actual system, the higher the APY will be. And there's a compounding or auto compound done every 7 hours where your rewards will be given out. I invested around, I want to say 6 BNB. Right now I am down. Yes, but I'm not withdrawing. Why? Because the ROI is going to be increasing all the time for me. And let me see if I can find the actual system. So here they kind of explain a bit about it. So what happens underneath the contract is that it goes into staking, then it goes into LP staking. I really hate this because I should have prepared this prior to the video. Let me see if this is the More tab. So basically, it moves the money into the LPs and also the staking at the same time. So basically, does a lot of different things underneath the contract, and that is how that very, very high APY is basically reached. There's also a referral code 16992, which you can use if you want to support me and my channel. And I think here they actually go into explaining, so auto compounding happens every 7 hours, and the money is basically, here they say, I'm gonna quote this. Imagine buying POSI, getting the LP tokens, staking the LP tokens, and compounding your earnings all at once. And that's basically what the vaults do. Underneath the hood, that's what basically happens. And this is how that crazy APY is made, because all of those things happen underneath. So in case I personally understood this right, every time that POSI's price goes up, the APY stays high, but if POSI's numbers start to sink a lot more, that is going to be having an effect on the APY. Now, a lot of these LP things, you might guess, well, you should have looked into it more. And yes, you're correctly right, but you don't have always time to research to every degen project out there. And here you can basically see everything that can happen. So impermanent loss is what happened to me. And that is how basically my value has gone down. Not very significantly here, but we are getting money given out. And, the compounded amount is already $50. We're talking about 4 days here. 4 days. And we have reached already this much. So that is a lot. And this is an investment you want to be in long term. Right now, BUSD might be lot more better because I believe there's less impermanent loss on it, and I might actually have to even consider if I would be moving this into BUSD. Might be less riskier. down the line, because BUSD, obviously compared to dollar, is going to have less impermanent loss, in my opinion, versus BNB and POSI. So, and BNB rose a lot in the recent hours, and that has obviously had an impact, obviously, on the actual LPs, because people are trading into BNB. There's also farming pools for people who can put POSI and BUSD into LP farming. You can do it this way as well. This is just another chance, and you can see the percentages are kind of high right now. They are going to go down, but it's still going to be pretty good returns. And here they have their own, calculation. Okay, I'm going to be having 1 LP, and this is my annual income, what I will be getting. Or I can choose it in the BNB, and this is how much I will be getting for this much amount of LP. So this is a nice calculator here, inbuilt system. And then there are pools, and here you can basically stake your POSI in here directly. Another good option in case you want to diversify this investment. As I keep saying, there is going to be a difference, on investing on the vaults versus this. Now they also have an NFTs, and these NFTs can be, claimed for POSI. And these are going to be giving you higher mining efficiencies. So these are boosters of sorts that you can acquire. You can also buy them from their NFT marketplace in case you want to go directly and buy these NFTs. And you're going to see the current prices on them, how much each are costing, and etc. And this is an own strategy in its own. And those were auctions. These are market prices, so these are a bit higher. But it's an interesting system, and I think these are an excellent way to utilize the NFTs. There's also the referral program, which you can find links down on. You will be getting 5% of their farm and single staking pool rewards, so you can bring your friends over. And obviously there is also governance, which allows you to basically do different things on, updating the rewards and things like these, and you can have an effect actually on the token, etc. So I thought I would be just showcasing this project too, because markets are kind of crazy right now, so they are kind of going up, but not like super much, and most things have already kind of mooned out, in my opinion. NFTs are not in good spot, and meme coins are really hard to invest into, so I think my personal strategy has been to look into these dApps, and this has been one of those which I decided to invest into. But obviously I recommend doing extra much research into this, read their docs, how does everything work in terms of the rewards, the APY and everything. And I just thought I would be, presenting you this opportunity in case you're looking into something a bit more degen. Thanks for watching. I will be seeing you guys on the next video.